Let's start with a simple question. Did you blink just now? Odds are you did, and it wasn't a coincidence. Human behavior, even the tiniest gestures, often operates on subconscious triggers. Today, we'll explore the subtle yet powerful world of dark psychology, the art and science of understanding, influencing, and sometimes even controlling human behavior. By the end of this video, you'll have tools to transform interactions, making you a force to be reckoned with in any social or professional setting. Ready to dive in? Let's begin. The power of suggestion, planting ideas without saying a word. Imagine walking into a room and knowing exactly how to steer a conversation without uttering a single command. The key? Subtle suggestion. Our brains are hardwired to pick up on unspoken cues, often through a psychological process called priming. For example, let's say you want someone to choose a specific restaurant for dinner. Instead of outright saying, "Let's go to the Italian place," try mentioning how you've been craving pasta lately, or casually reference a memory tied to Italian food. By the time the decision comes up, your suggestion feels like their idea. Here's why this works. People value autonomy. The more they believe they've made an independent choice, the more committed they are to it. Mastering suggestion is about planting seeds and letting their mind water them. Emotional anchoring, turning feelings into favor. Humans are emotional creatures, and the most skilled influencers know how to anchor emotions to actions. Let's say you're pitching a big idea at work. Start by recounting a shared victory or a positive memory tied to your team's success. This builds trust and fosters a sense of optimism. Here's where it gets deeper. Our brains release dopamine, a feel-good neurotransmitter, when we experience positive emotions. By tying those emotions to your proposal, people subconsciously associate your idea with that same dopamine hit. The result? They're more likely to support it without even realizing why. Mastering the art of silence, the ultimate tool in negotiation. Most people think persuasion is all about what you say, but sometimes silence is your greatest ally. Picture this. You're negotiating a raise, and your manager throws out an offer. Instead of responding immediately, pause. Let the silence linger. This technique creates discomfort for the other person, compelling them to fill the void, often by sweetening the deal. Silence is powerful because it forces your counterpart to second-guess themselves. It's not about intimidation, but about giving them space to reconsider and adjust their position. Mirroring, the subtle art of building rapport. Have you ever noticed how conversations flow better when you and the other person seem in sync? That's no accident. Mirroring, or subtly mimicking someone's tone, posture, or language, is a powerful way to build connection. For instance, if someone speaks in a calm, measured tone, adopt a similar rhythm. If they lean forward while talking, do the same after a short delay. This subconscious alignment makes them feel understood, fostering trust. The science? It's all thanks to mirror neurons, which fire when we observe someone else's actions, creating a sense of shared experience. Framing, the perspective game changer. How you present information matters more than the information itself. This is the essence of framing. Let's say you're selling a product. Instead of saying, "This costs $100, frame it as, "For less than $3 a day, you can enjoy the product's benefit." This small tweak shifts the perspective, making the cost seem minimal compared to the value. People are naturally drawn to choices that feel like they're gaining something, even if the objective reality remains unchanged. Master framing, and you can turn any no into a yes. The illusion of scarcity, creating urgency. Why do people camp outside stores for new gadgets or rush to buy items during sales? It's the scarcity effect in action. When something feels limited, its perceived value skyrockets. You can leverage this in everyday situations. Let's say you're organizing an event and want maximum attendance. Instead of saying, "Join us anytime," frame it as, "Seats are filling up fast, reserve yours today." The fear of missing out, FOMO, activates, driving people to act sooner rather than later. Reading lies, the truth behind deception. Detecting lies isn't about spotting someone fidgeting or avoiding eye contact. It's more nuanced. Effective liars often blend truth with fiction, creating a believable narrative. To unmask them, pay attention to inconsistencies in their story. Ask unexpected follow-up questions that require them to recall specific details. Another trick: watch for micro-expressions, those fleeting facial movements that reveal genuine emotions before someone masks them. A split-second grimace, a flash of surprise, or a subtle tightening around the eyes can give away their true feelings. Leveraging reciprocity, the power of giving first. If you want someone to do something for you, start by doing something for them. This principle of reciprocity is deeply ingrained in human behavior. When someone receives a favor, they feel a subconscious urge to return it. Here's an example. Imagine you're networking at a professional event. Instead of immediately pitching yourself, offer something valuable: a piece of advice, a helpful connection, or even a compliment. This creates a sense of obligation, making them more likely to assist you later. The consistency principle, locking in commitment. People like to see themselves as consistent. If they commit to something small, they're more likely to follow through on bigger requests later. This is known as the foot-in-the-door technique. For instance, if you're fundraising, don't start by asking for a large donation. Begin with a small request, like signing a petition. Once they've said yes, they're more likely to agree to a bigger contribution because it aligns with their earlier commitment. The ethics of influence, using power responsibly. Let's address the elephant in the room. Influence can be a double-edged sword. The tactics we've discussed today are incredibly powerful, but with great power comes great responsibility. Use these tools to build trust, foster connections, and create positive outcomes, not to manipulate or harm others. Remember, understanding dark psychology isn't just about gaining an edge. It's about protecting yourself from being manipulated by others. The more you understand these techniques, the better equipped you are to recognize and resist them. Finally, take control of your interactions. Dark psychology isn't magic, it's science. It's about understanding the hidden mechanisms that drive human behavior. Whether you're negotiating a deal, building relationships, or simply navigating daily interactions, these tools give you the edge to succeed. If you found value in today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could benefit. Let's continue exploring the fascinating world of influence together. Until next time, stay curious, stay sharp, and always stay one step ahead.